Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for part 2 of the NASCAR tier list heading into the 2022 season. If you haven't seen part 1 where I ranked all the Chevy teams, that video is in the eye. Now in part 2 I'll be ranking the Fords and Toyota teams, so let's get right into the rest of the rankings for the other two manufacturers in the NASCAR Cup Series. The Ford teams, A tier. Team Penske. The top of the Ford family, Team Penske is the only Ford team to have all of its cars in victory lane this season. In 2022, they'll be calling up Xfinity Series champion Austin Cindric to pilot the 2 car, taking over for Brad Keselowski. Penske is one of the best Ford teams year in and year out. Now with Joey Logano being the undisputed head driver at the team and Todd Gordon transitioning into competition director, we'll see if they can continue Penske's run. The team was 3rd with Brad, 5th with Logano, and 6th with Blaney at the end of the regular season. Now in 2021, they were 6th with Blaney, 8th with Logano, and 10th with Brad. We've seen Blaney stay steady, but with Logano and Brad falling down the standings, will the team figure things out next season, or will they continue to fall down the standings? I don't think even with the next gen car making its debut in 2022, Penske will take a step back, and they'll still be at the head of the Ford table for seasons to come. So now on to the B tier, Stewart Haas Racing. 2021 has been one of the worst seasons in the team's history since Tony Stewart became part owner in 2009. Kevin Harvick is the only driver in the top 20 in points at the end of the regular season, which leads me to question, is SHR about to take a tumble down the NASCAR standings, or did they just punt on the 2021 season knowing what was ahead of them in 2022? Is it the drivers or the car? Kevin Harvick is the old guy of the team, just trying to get more, and seems like to me that his time in the Cup Series is winding down. Chase Briscoe is the newest driver on the team. He had an immense amount of hype about him going into the season that he hasn't been able to come close to this season. Then we have Cole Custer and Eric Almirola. Cole Custer went from 1 win, 2 top 5s, and 7 top 10s in 2020 to just 2 top 10s in 2021. Then Almirola went from 6 top 5s and 18 top 10s in 2020 to 1 win, 2 top 5s, and 5 top 10s in 2021, which raises the question, does winning absolve you from a horrific performance this season? If you just go off this season's performance, you would think they are a mid-pack C-tier team, but based off of 2020 and seasons prior, they are the second best in the Ford camp. So now on to the C tier, Wood Brothers Racing. Roger Penske's B team is the top of the C tier for me. Since the Wood Brothers became the satellite team in 2015 with Ryan Blaney, they have taken a jump from just showing up to races to being a team that's in the top 10 to top 15 mix week in and week out. Once Blaney took his talents to Uncle Roger's team in 2018, the team took a step back with Paul Menard and Matt DiBenedetto. The team had 6 top 5s and 20 top 10s in the past 2 seasons with Matty D. Now with Roger's first developmental driver since Ryan Blaney in 2015, Harrison Burton, there's no doubt in my mind that RP will stop at nothing to give Harrison the best chance to succeed in 2022. Next up on the C tier, RFK Racing. One of NASCAR's powerhouse teams of the 2000s hasn't been what they used to be since 2013. Now heading into 2022, they will add Brad Keselowski to the driver lineup and ownership group. In 2020, Ryan Newman ran 33 of the 36 races and finished 25th in points, and their other driver, Chris Buescher, was 20th in points at the end of the regular season. Now in 2021, Ryan Newman taking part in all of the races, he's in a worse spot in points, 27th, while Chris Buescher was 17th at the end of the regular season standing. He has the same amount of top 10s in 2021 with 8 this year, and he has less top 5s from 2 to 1 in 2021. With Roush adding Keselowski to the team to be a part owner driver, some people believe that he'll bring a Tony Stewart-like approach and success to the team, but based on the past, the team hasn't taken the steps up to have me believe in them. I know that Keselowski is an upgrade over Newman, and the team will end up better in the standings, but based on the team's performance in the past 2 seasons, they've landed here being the second best team on the C tier. Now on to Front Row Motorsports. A team in 2021 that has 2 drivers whose stat lines couldn't be more different. Daytona 500 winner Michael McDowell has 1 win, 2 top 5s, and 5 top 10s, while other driver Anthony Alfredo has 1 top 10. The team scored 7 top 10s in 2020 with John Hunter Nemechek in the 38 car. With the 2022 schedule consisting of 6 road course races and 4 super speedway races, which seem to be the team's strong suit, plus what we've heard about the new car, Michael McDowell might be able to excel very well in 2022. For this team to take a step up the ladder in 2022, I think it all hinges on who the driver of the 38 car will be. The second car will be driven by Todd Gilliland, who gets the call up from the Truck Series. In his 2 seasons driving for the Front Row team, he won 1 race, had 14 top 5s, and 26 top 10s in 45 races for the team. Gilliland is a decent driver, but will take some time to get used to everything in the Cup Series, and after a very turbulent time where the team might have ceased operations in 2022, I see more of the same for Front Row Motorsports coming for the future. So now on to the D tier, Live Fast Motorsports. A team built out of the ashes of Go Fast, Live Fast has just been a team in their first year of operation in the NASCAR Cup Series. With a mix of drivers, Scott Heckard, Shane Golbick, Kyle Tilley, Andy Lally, and BJ McLeod, who is also part owner of the team along with Matt Tiff. The 78 car scored 1 top 10 in the 2021 season with a 9th place finish at Daytona in August. Other than that, the team just runs in the 30s every week with the occasional run into the 20s. With the team pretty much being in its infancy stage, they were expected to be in the spot that they were in this season. We'll see how the team will adjust in the years to come, but as they sit here today, I believe they're the lowest team in the Ford stable. There's still hope that if the team sticks at it, that they'll become one of the newest successes in NASCAR, and maybe just be looked at this generation's Furniture Row. So now on to the Toyota teams. A tier, Joe Gibbs Racing. As if this spot on the list was ever in doubt, Joe Gibbs is the best Toyota team to ever exist in NASCAR. In 2021, the entire team made the playoffs, unlike what happened in 2020. The win total has stayed the same in 2021, even with Hamlin coming back down to earth this season, going down from 7 wins. With there only being 2 full-time Toyota teams heading into 2022, and the other one is Joe Gibbs' satellite team, they'll be at the top of the Toyota mountain as long as they want. The only thing to question about the team is who will be the drivers in the seasons 5 years from now. I would assume Martin Truex Jr. won't be around, and who knows what Kyle Busch will do, and Denny Hamlin might transition to drive for himself depending on how things go. One of the things that I feel we know for certain is that Christopher Bell will be there, but I have no clue who his teammates will be. So now on to the B tier, 2311 Racing. Stop me if you've heard this before, but Joe Gibbs' B team tops the Toyota B tier for the manufacturer. With Bubba Wallace piloting the team's 1 car in 2021, many had this team set up to be an instant player in the Cup Series. But in the beginning of 2021, the 23 car was just a role player in the Cup Series. Wallace finished 19th in the final regular season standings. He had 2 top 5s and 2 top 10s in the 26 race regular season. But then at Talladega Superspeedway, Bubba Wallace made his move at the right time to get the lead, and seconds later, Ryan Preece would spin and wreck that would bring out a yellow. Then the Talladega skies would open up, bringing down the rain, which would lead to Bubba Wallace getting 2311 and him his first career win in the NASCAR Cup Series. Now in 2022, the 2311 team will expand to 2 cars, with Bubba Wallace returning to the 23, and Kurt Busch will be joining the team, leaving his ride in the 1 car and jumping into the 45 machine for Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin. Every car Kurt Busch gets into always seems to be elevated, whether it's the 51 car that he got into and drove for the 2012 season that he got the team's first top 5 since Brad Keselowski won for Finch in 2009. This would also be the team's last top 5 ever scored. The 78 car for Furniture Row Racing made the chase, finishing 10th in the 1 full-time season. In the 42 races he drove for the team, he scored 11 top 5s, 16 top 10s, and the rest was history for 78, winning the Cup Series title in 2017 with Martin Truex Jr. Then he got a ride at SHR driving the 41 car, winning 6 races in his time there, making the playoffs in every season for Haas. Now with the 1 car, he's won 3 races, continuing his playoff streak. With him jumping over to the 2311 car, I have zero doubt in my mind that he won't take a step back in the 45 car next year. I think he's a very valuable asset for the team and could be the piece that Bubba Wallace needs to live up to the unbelievable hype he has around him to live up to. So that'll do it for my NASCAR team tier list. The next gen car will throw a wrench into the NASCAR works in 2022 and for years to come, but I feel like this is the way the team should be slated coming into the new era for the Cup Series. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below, and if you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you like this channel and want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and as always, thanks for watching.